Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the subject on innovation management. Now, our first step would be to talk about how to manage the class, how to manage the learning and teaching. But before that, I would like to introduce the lecturers that would also be teaching the same subject, but in different parallel classes. So we have Dr. Ika Nurul Komari, and then Professor Dr. Heru Kurnianto Cahyono, Mr. Muhammad Miftahun Nadir, and Mr. Kita Danu Pranata, and me myself, Punang Amari Puja. For class management, I would like to start to talk about the references that we would be using. There are 3 books. The first one is the main book, the main textbook. This is a book authored by Paul Trutt and published the last edition in 2017. The title is Innovation Management and New Product Development. The current one we're using is the 6th edition. And then the second reference is the book authored by Gaynor, titled Innovation by Design, What It Takes to Keep Your Company on the Cutting Edge. This is the second reference. So we would not be using it as intensively as the first one, but we would be using some chapters of it. And then as a supplementary reference, the book by Wozniak, 2015, titled Innovation Management, Theory and Practice. This is mainly for reading purposes. You can read it on your own pace. This is the first book, our main textbook. You can see Paul Trutt's book here. And these 2 are the secondary textbooks and the supplementary textbook. This is the main textbook that we're using. This is the structure of Paul Trutt's book. There are 3 parts of it. First, about innovation management. The second part about turning technology into business. This is more on technopreneurship. And the third one on new product development. We would be discussing the first part and the third part, and we'll be skipping the second part. Now, we would be talking first on the chapter which introduces what innovation management is. And then afterwards, we would be talking about the policies that are needed to enhance innovation and entrepreneurship. By the way, innovation and entrepreneurship are 2 words, 2 concepts that are closely related to each other. And we would be talking about those 2 items quite frequently. We'll be skipping the 3rd chapter, going directly to the 4th chapter on how to manage innovation in companies, to make sure that innovation is not a one-off thing, that it's not done accidentally, but it is done in a structured and supervised way. And then the 5th chapter would be talking about innovation, but not on innovating new products, but innovating in how to produce those products, how to distribute those products, and how to make the process, let's say, more efficient, more cost efficient, also speedier. So it could be about expedience, it could be about cost savings, it could also be about giving a better chance for the workers to enhance themselves. And then skipping the second part, we would be going to the third part. First, talking about business models. What are the ways that we can make sure that the new product we are proposing, we are planning, would be accepted by the market? And that includes the next chapter on product and brand strategy. So you really need to know how to market your new product and to embed it with a good brand image and brand strategy. And then the next one that we would be talking about is on new service innovation. So not just innovating on the product and innovating on the services that come together with the product, or if the product itself is a service, then it would be how to build a better service, a more innovative service. And we would be continuing with the following chapters from Gaynor. Now, this is still Paul Trott's book. You can see the structure of each chapter of the book. And at the beginning, there's more conceptual discussions, theories, but in the middle, there are several illustrations, several mini cases. And at the end of the chapter, there's a large case study. This would be very helpful to build our understanding of the chapter. And I have also developed slides based on this book. And you can see here that also adopting the method that the book is helping us understand the topic, we would be starting with the learning objectives. And then there would be gray boxes like this, which would be giving mini case studies to better understand the discussion. And I have added some yellow boxes. This would be adding with questions to help us think, questions to help us use our critical thinking abilities. And these questions might in fact be used in assignments, in tests, or even in exams. Now, two components of the slides and also in the book are the diagrams that are provided and tables. I expect everyone to be able to really understand these tables and diagrams because they would be a very important part for building the case on the theory of innovation management. And then there are also blue boxes here, which would provide highlights on important concepts or giving you a different perspective or maybe trying to spark new ideas from cases, for instance. Now, moving on to talk about how your grades are devised. So you can see here that the activity of the student itself would be very, very important. At least directly, there would be a 10% point for participation. And aside from that, there would be 30% for the assignments that you are given. And also there would be at the end of the course, a final project, which is worth 20%. So you add all that up, that would be about 10, 30 plus 20, 60% of the total scores based on how active you are in class, in doing the assignments, in doing the final project. And of course, we have evaluations. Actually, there are 3 evaluations. The 2 would be written tests. And the last one would be the final project itself. That would actually be also considered an evaluation. Now, here's the LMS, or Learning Management System, which in our university is called My Class. On the top, you have a short description of the course. And then at the bottom, you have a lengthy description, including the objectives, including the competency map, and so on. And I have deliberately made it bilingual, so you can see the English version, also the Indonesian version, if you are not yet comfortable in reading only English. And then to make you more get a more higher convenience in navigating the LMS, I have embedded navigation buttons. So you can see here on the top, there are 4 circles. The first one, if you want to directly start the course. The second one would be to take a look at the competency map. And then the third one here, this is to find out the schedule that I have shown you just recently. And the last one, this is very important. This is a messaging app in the LMS, which I would like you to use for general purposes. If you have questions on any topic, if you have difficulties and so on, you can put it here. You can write down in the messaging app here. And then on the middle part here are the links. If you click, you would be going directly to that specific session or topic. And then the yellow buttons you would be using when you are about to have the evaluation. If you click the first topic, for instance, it'll get you to this page. So this page has several components. So every session, every topic would have an attendance component. So you have to click that. So you can see here, this is a solid box, meaning that you have to click it here to show that you have completed this test, the attendance. And for the attendance, you have to click that at the time of the scheduled session. If you have a scheduled session at 7 o'clock on Monday, for instance, or on Tuesday, then you have to click it at that time, between 7 to 8:30. The others would be automatically clicked if you finish that particular task or assignment. If you have read the lecture slides, then it'll automatically check that box. Okay, and don't forget there's a quiz here on the perception on innovation. Don't forget to do the quiz also. And if you want to go back up, you just press the home button on the top here. Now on the schedule. So we are scheduled to have synchronous sessions, a totaling of 8 sessions. So you can see here, each topic, the topic, topic number 1 is in week 1, learning contract and class management. This is using my class only. My class is considered asynchronous, meaning that you can open it anytime during that week. It won't go away, it'll still be there. And there are no synchronous lectures, meaning that there are no live lectures. But you do have to note your attendance using the My Class LMS system. And then on the second week, Introduction to Innovation Management, aside from using My Class to get the materials, to do the assignments, or to do the quizzes, we would also have a synchronous meeting using Microsoft Teams. You can download it and install it on your computer or on your handphone, on your mobile phone. And also don't forget to check your attendance in My Class. and so on. For the evaluation, I might be using either the LMS, my class, or Google Form. And for the evaluation, I would be hoping that all the parallel classes under my supervision could have the evaluation at the same time. So we'll have to coordinate that to make sure that all the classes are available at that time. And then you can see here, starting from the 15th week, this is more on working on the final project, which I would be later on explaining how to do the project. And also there would be some time, actually 2 sessions in which you could present your final project in front of the class, either using Microsoft Teams, or some might be recording a video and then uploading the video, and we could take a look and ask questions all together using the Microsoft Teams later on. Okay, so that's it for our class management session. And this is just the start. So I hope that you will enjoy the journey in finding out and becoming an innovator. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.